when you start something and when you finish it. Okay? So we're going to do a little activity to practice figuring out what that means. So we're going to start this stopwatch, and together we're going to count backwards from 50. Does everyone understand that?
Yeah.
Let's see how long it takes us to count back from 50. Right?
We're going to start our start time at, what time is it? Can you see that clock?
Oh, it is, 1:25.
1:25. Okay, we're starting at 1:25. We're going to start this stopwatch and count backwards from 50, okay? Ready? Go.
50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay.
0.
So it's 54 seconds. We'll stop.
Double click it. Here, I'll
Okay, it took us 54 seconds. So if we started at 1:25 and it took us 54 seconds, what time was it when we finished? Thank you for raising your hand. Cade? 1:54. Look, it took us, we started at 1:25. That's the time it was when we started. It took us 54 seconds.
Is 54 seconds a minute?
No.
No, it's not quite a minute. So, what does that mean?
Caroline, what time was it?
It was still 1:25.
It was still 1:25 because it didn't even take us a minute to do that. Does everyone understand how we got that?
Yes.
54 seconds is less than a minute, so our time didn't change. This is so topic. All right. On your paper, everyone pick up your pencils. We're going to start the clock again, and this time we're going to write our entire name 10 times. Okay? So mine would be Courtney Nicole Hansen. First name, middle name, and last name. 10 times. Okay? And we're going to count until the last person finishes.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, we'll use that.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Listen, girls.
Your first and last name.
Listen, girls. Number one, how do you get Miss Hanson's attention? What's the expected behavior for getting the teacher's attention? Okay, appreciate that. All right, make sure you give her your concerns that way. And if you can't write your middle name, can you try? Do the best that you can.
Just do your first and last.
So let's
really don't know.
Let's have everybody just do first and last.
Okay.
First and last.
Yeah. You can do that. That's okay. All right. Is everybody ready? First and last names. Go. When you're done, put your pencil down. Put your pencil down when you're done. That's how she'll know you're finished. Okay. Everyone look at this clock. I know some of us cannot see it, but it says 1:29. That's what time it is right now. Is that what time we started writing our name or what time we stopped? Stopped. Because we've already finished, right? So we're going to put that in our stop time. It's 1:29. My timer says that it took us 1 minute and 32 seconds to do that. If it took us 1 minute and 32 seconds to write our names and we stopped at 1:29, what time was it when we started? Got to think about this one. We went back 1 minute, but then we also went back 32 seconds. Josiah? What time? 1:27. How did you know?
Because you take 1 minute and that's 1:28 and then you take 32 seconds.
27. Good job. All right, last one. We are going to do start time again. And we're going to sing our alphabet 5 times. We're going to all sing it together. Josiah, will you look at that clock and tell me what time it says?
No, wait. 1:30.
1:30. 1:31. 1:31. Alright, we're starting at 1:31. You guys ready?
Sing, and everyone, we're all going to sing together, not faster than anyone else, okay?
Sing it 5 times. I'll hold it up on my hands how many times we are at. Alright, so we don't lose track. Okay, ready, set, go.
What? Next time, won't you sing with me? I got Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? You sing with me.
Alright, Josiah, look at that clock and tell me what time it is.
1:33.
1:33. If we started singing our ABCs at 1:31 and we stopped at 1:33, how long did it take us to sing that? Needy. 2 minutes. How'd you get that? Alright, awesome. It did. That's right. Okay. I want you guys to look at these clocks, which are wrong. We fixed those really fast. Look at these clocks as soon as we fix them and tell us how much time is between them. So it's from 12:15. There's our 12:15 to 2:45. How much time is between 12:15 and 2:45? Haley, how much time?
2 hours and 30 minutes.
2 hours and 30 minutes. How did you get that? Did you start with hours or minutes? Hours. So you know that from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock is 2 hours. How did you figure out that it was 30 minutes? 30 seconds. How did you figure that out?
Well, I know that it's 15 minutes from 12:30. Plus 15 minutes is 2:45. So that it has 30 minutes.
Good. That's one strategy. Did anyone else use a different strategy? Josiah, what was yours?
Well, I thought it was 30 because I added 30 to 15 and I got 45.
Okay, good. Any other strategies? Caroline?
I used that in Mrs. Evans' class. Halfway around the clock was 30 minutes. So I went halfway around the clock and that said 2:45 and that was 30 minutes.
Good. You could also have counted by fives because we know that these numbers represent 5 minutes, right? So from 15, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 minutes. Those are all good strategies. Let's try it with these clocks. From 5:35 to 11:50, how much time has passed? It's a little bit trickier. Figure it out. Do you guys need the little clocks?
No. Okay, if you need one, we'll come around.
Raise your hand if you need one. Okay, need a clock? No? Okay, put your hand down for a second. Clock? Anybody else need a clock? Try to use one of the strategies we just talked about. Who knows how much time is between 5:35 and 11:50? William?
6 hours and 25 minutes.
6 hours and 25 minutes. Did you start with hours or minutes to get that? Probably hours, right? Because it's bigger. So you know that 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 6 hours. How'd you get the 15 minutes?
I counted by 5.
You counted by 5? Who used a different strategy to get the 15 minutes? Kate, what strategy did you use?
40 was 10 minutes. And then I counted back 5.
Good. Awesome. Gracie, what did you use? That's a good strategy too. Caroline?
I just counted the 5 and then counted 2.
Good. Arla? That was yours too? Alright. When we're solving elapsed time word problems, who knows what a word problem is? Drake?
Well, it's a problem that
Right. It's going to give us a paragraph and there's going to be a question at the end of it. We have to figure it out. When we use an elapsed time word problem, we're going to organize it like this. Start time, elapsed time, stop time. Just like how our chart was, okay?
Thinking hands right now, please. Thinking hands. So put your clocks. Where should they be? Maybe a good spot would be where? On your name tag would be a good spot.
Okay. Max began doing his homework at 5 o'clock. He worked on his homework for 3 hours. What time did Max finish his homework? We're going to start by writing down the key words in this problem. They're kind of already underlined, but we know that began tells us what? Start time. What time did he begin? At 5. So in our little box, we're going to write our start time is 5 o'clock. Because he began at 5. He worked on his homework for 3 hours. What does that tell us? Liza? What does it tell us? He worked on his homework for 3 hours. He ended at 8 o'clock. What does the 3 hours tell us? Is that how long he was working on it? What time he started or what time he stopped? Time he stopped. That helps us find it. But if I say you were at school for 7 hours, does that tell you how long you were at school? Yeah. So if he was working on something for 3 hours, that's how long he was working on it.
That's why she told you the definition of elapsed time in the beginning. That's how long it took them to do something. You already know in your head the stop time, but she was asking you the elapsed time.
We want to know how much time is between it. So you kind of already answered it. If we know that he started at 5 and it took him 3 hours to finish, what time was he done, Lauren? 8 o'clock. I know, I'm glad you were able to figure that out. Good. Okay. The Jones family was sitting down to eat dinner at 6:30. It took them 2 hours to eat and clean up the kitchen. What time were they finished with dinner? Okay. What are we solving for here?
Start time, the elapsed time, or the stop time.
What are we trying to figure out? Kareem? How did you know that? What word told you that we were looking for the stop time?
Because it says it took them 2 hours to clean up, which doesn't mean that's the stop time. That's the elapsed time. And then it says what time were they finished?
What time were they finished? That's how we know. Finished. What does finished mean? Done. We're done with it. It ended. That's how we know we're solving for our stop time. He mentioned that it took them 2 hours, and that's the elapsed time, right? Go ahead and underline that. Put in our box. What time did they start? Calvin? 6:30. If they started at 6:30, it took them 2 hours. What time were they done? Kennedy? 8:30. How'd you get that? And then the 30 doesn't change because there's no more minutes, right? Good.
I tried a red marker. It might show up a little bit.
The red. Okay. Jackson went to the fair with his family. They arrived at the fairgrounds at 1 p.m. They departed at 5 p.m. How long were they at the fairgrounds? What are we solving for? Are we looking for our elapsed time, our start time, or our stop time? William?
Elapsed time.
How do you know?
It says how long were they at the fairground.
How long? And we know that elapsed time means what?
How long?
How long? Good job. What time did they get up? I kind of just gave it away. What's our start time? What's our start time? 1 o'clock. Because it says that, what word helped you? They arrived at 1 o'clock. That tells us that that's when they started. What's our stop time? Maddie? 5 o'clock. How do you know that?
Because it says they departed at 5 o'clock.
They departed, and that's the part means to stop, or it means to leave, which would be our stop time. If they got there at 1 o'clock and they left at 5 o'clock, how long were they at the fair? What's our elapsed time? Meeting?
4 hours.
4 hours. How do you know?
Because I know 5 minutes.
Good job. The students at Bel Air Elementary School start at 8:35. The school day ends at 2:35. How long are the students in school? What are we solving for, Ethan? The elapsed time. How do you know that?
Because it says the school started at 8:35 and the school day ends at 2:35.
Okay, so you didn't use the question. You used that you know that it starts at 8:35 and it ends at 2:35, right? Good. You also could have used the question, how long? Which tells us that we are solving for elapsed time. So what time did you say they start, Ethan? 8:35 and they end at 2:35. How long are they in school? How long are they in school? From 8:35 to 2:35, how many hours is that?
Use your clocks if you need to, but I want everybody to try.
Morgan? 7 hours. How'd you get that? Wait. Is that right?
No, that's
Okay, let's use our clock over here. If it'll move. They walk. Okay, use your clock. Put it at 8:35 in the morning.
So we can get
Put this clock at 8:35 in the morning.
You can just do this. Push the hour.
Just the hour. Okay. 8:35. We're going to 2:35. When I run, count how many hours it takes with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 2:35. How many hours did it take, Morgan? 6 hours in school. Good job.
Good job.
Okay. Christine drove for 4 hours to get to her friend, I think that's supposed to be Megan's house. If she arrived at her friend's house by 3 o'clock, what time must she have left her own house? What are we trying to find? Start time, stop time, or elapsed time? Calvin?
Start time.
Start time. How do you know?
So they didn't say what time she left.
They didn't say what time she left. How else might we know that? Peyton?
It said
Arrived. We know that means that means that she got there. How else would we know? Any other? What in our question? What word tells us that we're looking for the start time? Caroline?
It said
What time did she leave? Okay, Christine drove for 4 hours. She arrived at 3. So 4 hours is our elapsed time. And she got there at 3. What time did she leave her house? 12. How do you know that?
because 1 o'clock.
Did you count it back? We're at 3 o'clock. We're going to go backwards 4 hours. 1, 2, 3. That's 12 o'clock. 4. How many hours is 4 hours back from 3? 11. She left the house at 11 o'clock. How are start time problems different from stop time? What process do we use to find start time? Needy? Subtraction. And what process did we use to find the stop time? Kate? Addition. So they're opposites, right? Okay. So how can we know if we're going to add or subtract? What words might help us? Gracie? Arrived. Calvin, do you have one? What time did they leave? Okay, so depending on what you're solving for is what process you're going to use, okay? Sarah was baking cookies for a party. She baked for 2 hours. If she finished baking at 4:30, what time must she have started baking? What are we solving for, Lauren? Start time. So what process will we be using? Morgan, do you know? Are we going to use addition or subtraction if we're trying to find out what time she started? Subtraction, good. How long was she baking for? 2 hours. We're finding out her elapsed time. What time did she stop? Josiah? 4:30. If she was baking for 2 hours and she started at 4:30, what time did she start baking? If she was baking for, yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong numbers. You're right. How'd you get that? Good. All right. Doesn't say what we're going to solve for, so we have to read it and find out. Rachel leaves for work at 8 o'clock every morning. If she works for 7 hours and 10 minutes, what time does Rachel get off work? What are we going to be solving for? Shelly? Stop time. How do you know?
Because what time does Rachel get off?
Get off, which means to stop. We're solving for our start time. What is our stop time? William, what's our stop time? What's our start time?
Start.
Start time started 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. How long was she working? Arwa? 7 hours and 10 minutes. So when we do our stop time, are we going to do our minutes first or our hours first? Hours. So who wants to do the 7 hours part? Brooke? 3 o'clock. And since we have 10 minutes, what time is she going to get off? 3:10. Good job. Antonio sleeps for 9.5 hours. If he wakes up at 7:45 a.m., what time did he go to bed? What are we solving for? Edie, what are we solving for? The start time. How do you know? Good. Good. Okay. How long? 9.5 hours. So how many minutes is that? How many hours and minutes? It says 9.5. What does that mean? Maddie? 9 hours and 30 minutes. What time did he wake up? What's his stop time? Kate? 7:45. Okay. What process are we going to use to figure out our start time? Shelly? Subtraction. Let's do this one together. Except let's get it to the right time first. Okay. We're at 7:45. If he slept for 9 hours, we're going to go back 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 10:45. What do we have to do next? Gracie? The half. So we're going to go back 30 minutes. So what time are we going to end up at? What time did he go to bed? 10:15. 10:15. What strategy did you use to find the 15? How did you count back 30 minutes? Morgan? Good. Good. So you used some turnaround facts. That's great. Any other strategies? Cal, did you have one? No? Arwa?
Because I count back.
By fives? You could count back by fives. That's good. Edie, did you have one?
I moved 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 10, and then I added 9.
Good. All right, one more. Lewis wakes up at 9 o'clock a.m. and leaves for basketball practice at 10:05 a.m. How long did it take Lewis to get ready for practice? What are we going to solve for, Ethan? The elapsed time. How do you know that? Okay, and what words in our question help us out with that too? Our question is how long? What is elapsed time? What's our definition of elapsed time? How long it takes. So we know just from our question that we're going to be solving for elapsed time. But you did good. You recognize that this is our start time and this is our stop time. How much time is between 9 o'clock and 10:05? Drake?
1 hour and 5 minutes.
How did you do that?
I counted from 9 to 10, and that's 1 hour plus 5. 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Good job. We're going to do this. Okay, we're going to do a worksheet, and I think it has 6 problems on it.
I'd like for them to work on their own.
To work on their own. Okay, awesome. You guys can use your clocks if you want.
And if someone doesn't have a clock and they want to come get one, they're more than welcome to do that. Put your name and number on it, and you're working on your own. Who are my materials managers?
pulling my nose out.
Would help sort of. Want to go over it too? No. Sometimes you want to do this still or no? Okay, as soon as you get your paper,